Modularity is all of the rage these days, as companies start to realize how much people want to customize their tech. From modular keyboards, mice, and even laptops nowadays, you can spend hours upon hours customizing the gear you use. However, I'm sure you've never seen a headset quite like this one. With a single button press, this headset's entire earpiece comes off, converting it from a stereo to a mono headset. And that's just the first of this headphone's many hidden features. Although this headset was initially designed for truckers and football coaches, this may be one of the greatest headsets of all times, especially for remote work. With its ability to remove 99% of unwanted background noise, you could theoretically take a call anywhere, and the person on the other end of the call would just assume you were in your home office. So the main question is, will these Blue Parrot headphones be replacing my Bose daily drivers? Let's take a deeper dive into what it's like to use these daily. So first we're going to go into what I was looking for in a headset. It's possible that the features you want in a headset aren't exactly the features that I want. First, I was looking for a comfortable headset I could wear all day. As I'm a hybrid worker, I take phone calls, I edit video. I like to use the same pair of headphones everywhere. I don't want to be carrying 80 headphones on a carry-on bag. The second feature I was looking for was good ANC, also known as active noise cancelling. This means whether I'm outside at the park or in a coffee shop or on an airplane, all of that background white noise is filtered out for me so I can focus on the work. And the third thing that I find very valuable in a headset that many people don't consider is NC, opposed to ANC. NC for microphones means how does the person on the other end of the call hear you? I don't want the person on the other end of the phone to hear all of the dogs barking or all my keyboard typing or everything that's going on in the background. I just want them to hear my voice loud and clear so I can get my point across. So, does this product cover all of these features? Let's take a look. So first of all, let's see what comes inside of the box. This unboxing experience is very similar to the Jabra Evolve 2 of mine. And this was the point in the video that I realized that Blue Parrot and Jabra were the same company. In the box, you get your standard warranty and instruction packet, you get a USB-C charging cable, and more importantly, the headphones themselves. The really neat thing about these headphones is that it comes with a very nice, hard headphone case, which is greatly appreciated considering the state of headphone cases nowadays. If I could have added anything to this package, I would have liked to add a USB dongle so it would be easier to set up a wireless connection between the headphones and the computer. However, as I'll go on later in this video, this headset isn't really designed to be used with a computer. It's mainly used to be a daily driver with a cell phone, which brings up some pros and cons. So, how's the build quality? Will it last? And more importantly, is it comfortable to wear? Well, it's good to know that these things are very durable. As a primary football coach or trucker headset, everything is either made out of very high quality plastic or most of it's metal, as you can see the bands here. Instead of being aimed towards comfort, most of this design quality has gone into its durability and robustness. The ear cups are very plush, somewhat of a hybrid between an on-ear and an over-ear headset. Your entire ear won't be covered, but it'll still give you better isolation than an on-ear headset. The only complaint that I would have with this design, as you can see the headband is very thin, it's not that plush, and over time, I think these are the only headphones that I own where the top of my head starts getting to hurt, which obviously can be fixed. You can get extra padding from a third party, but I would have asked for a little bit more padding, especially considering how heavy this headset is. On the left side, you have the adjustable boom mic, but it's important to note that you can also put the boom mic on the right side. So this is great. It gives you more flexibility in what ear you want to wear, and especially when you're using the cups in mono, aka one ear mode, you can decide which ear gets the sound, which is greatly appreciated, considering many earpieces force you to use one ear or the other. You have a decent variety of buttons on the headset, but as we'll go into later, some very key buttons are missing. So what you get is a Blue Parrot button, which can be somewhat customizable. You don't get all of the options. You get the power button, which also functions as the multi-function button. You have the up and down volume switchers. In the front, you have the ANC on-off hear-through cycling. You have the track going backwards, and then you have the track going forwards. It's important to note that you're actually missing a play pause music button, which seems like a really big oversight. Overall, it's built very well, very durable, but it's a little bit heavy, and due to its weight, I would have put a little bit more padding up here. But overall, pretty robust headset. So, how's the sound quality? Well, these headphones are driven by the similar or even same 40mm drivers as the rest of the Jabra line use, which means you get clear, crisp audio, although the treble and middle can get a little bit lost in with the mix. These aren't going to be as good as your Bose QC45s or other more high-end headsets, but for basic video editing, calling, music listening, this should be way more than enough for you to satisfy your needs. The only issue I found is that there's no way to actually change the EQ of this headset. In the app, the only thing you can change is the blue Parrot button, so if you wanted to do anything like that, you're kind of out of luck. And that kind of sucks. I definitely could have tweaked this EQ to make the headphones a little bit more to my liking, as everyone has a different sound preference, but you're kind of stuck with what you got here. I can definitely tell that the audio is tuned more for phone calls. It's really good at enhancing audio and removing background noise when you're listening to someone else for clear, crisp audio, removing some static. But overall, for music listening, it's good enough. Could be better with a bit of an EQ shift. So, the most interesting part of the review. How is the mic audio quality? Well, this mic audio quality better be good. And sure enough, it's amazing. Well, sort of. Sure, you sound a little bit like you're in a call center, but this is amazing at blocking out outside noise. Whether you're driving or even when there's a loud air compressor next to you, it's just like you're in a home office. Let's get into the audio test so you can judge it for yourself. So now this is the test with the blue Parrot while driving. So this is a testing of the audio while someone is talking in the background. So overall, I think this is pretty good. I guess we'll see once I get to the recording. The same test inside of the HDMI port, but the difference. So, it seems like I've only had good things to say about this headset. They're great, they're robust, they're durable, the mic is unrivaled compared to any other headset, being able to block over 90% of unwanted background noise. But what are the issues? What's the catch? The catch is, this headphone software is complete poo-poo.
I think your valuation is stinky poo-poo. It's ridiculous.
It's garbage. I don't know how else to describe it. I have a whole list of issues. I even talked with the Blue Parrot support team to try to get this figured out, but they just said there's no solution. You're out of luck, man. First issue. Biggest issue that I find for remote working. You can't actually tell if you're on mute. When you press the mute or unmute button, which happens to be this Blue Parrot button for some reason, it just does two beeps. Beep, beep. But the beep isn't higher or lower if you're unmuting or muting. So when you're pressing the mute button, you don't actually know if you're going on mute or off of mute. This could have easily been fixed by, for example, having a higher pitched beep whenever you unmute and a lower pitched beep whenever you in-mute, or go to mute, I suppose. To quote-unquote solve this issue, Jabra has this feature which you can't turn off, which is also another issue, where every 15 seconds, the headphone will make a beep whenever you're on mute. And this beep, the volume is unchanged to your current volume. So it's gonna play that beep at maximum volume every 15 seconds you're on mute. It's important to note though, that this mute is independent of your phone's app or your computer's mute. It's a mute built into the headset themselves. So I guess you have two mute switches. So if you really don't like the beep, I guess you could pick up your phone and press the mute button, but that would kind of defeat the hands-free purpose of a wireless headset. So that's the biggest issue. The muting function on this thing is complete garbage. And I don't know, sometimes I like taking a walk on my phone call, and going on mute is very valuable. The ability to go on mute is really important, and this thing screwed it up. It would have been really nice if there could have been some flip to mute option, like when you flip up the mic, it automatically mutes. This could have easily been done if This headset used the same software that the Jabra Evolve 2 did, which this headphone software is way better, but even though they're the same company, this thing's still stuck in the 1980s. Another issue is about its built-in voice assistant. Yes, you heard that right. There's a built-in voice assistant, and I'm not talking about Siri, Google, or Alexa. I'm talking about Blue Parrot. So whenever you're wearing the headphones, you can either press the Blue Parrot button or say, "Hello Blue Parrot," and you can say a list out of these 8 commands. The issue is, this thing barely works. Every single time I try testing it, I'm yelling into the mic, "Hello Blue Parrot, hello Blue Parrot," over and over again, and I could only get it to register my voice around half the time. Even worse is that even after I said "Hello Blue Parrot," I was only able to get the second command, the actual command I was giving to the headset, only around 50% of the time, meaning that this thing was only able to pick up the voice assistant 25% of the time, which in that point, what's the point of even having a "Hello Blue Parrot" if it can only hear me 1 out of 4 times? Thankfully, pressing the power button, for some reason, brings up the Hello Siri or Google Alexa of your phone, which, in my opinion, is a much better voice assistant. But it would have been really great if I could have got the Hello Blue Parrot to work a little bit better, because it did have some very nice features such as redialing or checking the battery life, I guess. Another issue is that this can connect to, I believe, 7 devices, which is a lot of Bluetooth devices. But the issue is you have to turn off your headphone every time you want to connect to a new one, meaning that if you're on a phone call or listening to music, you're going to have to hang that up to add a new Bluetooth device, which seems kind of stupid. I feel like this could have been solved by just adding a Bluetooth button. And probably one of the most smallest nitpicky things but annoying things about this headset is that there's no way to pause or play the music. Yeah, that's right. There's 2 buttons here. One button over here can skip the track, and this one can go to the previous track, but there's no button to actually pause the music. I feel like that could have been a big oversight. Like maybe if you combine pressing these buttons, they could have done that, but no. There's no way to pause the music. I thought I was just bad at reading instructions, but no, when I contacted the support team, they literally said there's no way to pause the music, which seems like a big oversight. The only way I found to pause the music is to say, "Hello Blue Parrot," and then it will pause the music for itself. And it would play the music is to say, "Hello Blue Parrot, play music." But I feel like at that point, if you're yelling into your microphone to play the music, you may as well just use Siri or just touch your phone. But on the bright side, pressing this button activates Siri 100% of the time, which is great because sometimes I'm yelling at my phone, "Hey Siri," and it never picks up. See, it didn't even work this time. So, what's the conclusion? If you're looking for a lightweight, comfortable headset to wear on a daily basis and take calls in your office, this is not the right headset for you. This thing is complete overkill. You should probably go with something like the Jabra Evolve 2, which is my personal pick for the office worker. You can check out a review for that in the description or if you click up here somewhere. But if you drive trucks every day, or you want to go skiing, doing your daily Zoom calls, or you just love owning overkill equipment, this headset, the Blue Parrot, is perfect for you. Personally, I think these headphones will replace my Bose QC45s as a daily driver, but maybe that's just me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys learned anything today, leave me a comment, subscribing. Really helps my channel, leave a like. Hopefully I can offload the cost of this expensive piece of kit. And if you guys have any questions or have any headset recommendations of your own, be sure to leave them in the comments. And if you like this product review, check out the other product reviews I have. For the office worker, I recommend the Jabra 2 Evolve. Yeah, thanks for watching.